I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The bat's 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy, happy Shikara.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
Who knows?
That's the non-upal X, the symbol of knives.
Non-upal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-upal is the 9th.
So non-upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizadlaws is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizadlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned, then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me. Something funny. There, I said it. Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really. It was a heat-of-the-moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but... what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about. What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NISE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NISE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Chikara is a former member of NISE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NISE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that Nise created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NISE. Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Nise is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NISE, a secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NISE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch. This is a common misconception, but NISE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you, perhaps, a Freyer?
Freyer?
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer? I see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Freyer? Frey. Right! I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in BATS 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio DeVita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
All right, let's start looking around.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks. Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen. These aren't good for much other than for show. The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh. Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray. Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. The signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
side.
Yeah.
What's this? Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else. An electric kettle?
Maybe if someone turned on this kettle while the studio was using its maximum amperage.
But the breaker didn't trip. There must be some other way.
There were bundled CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
culprit must have been hiding up in the ceiling, and when the time was right, they dropped the corpse.
A simple answer, but no. I've already confirmed that no one was up there. Can you think of some other way?
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now, for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
The signboard is stuck deep in the corpse. So, how did the body burn?
Maybe the signboard was a bomb.
What?
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Academy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well... It was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion.
Good work. I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary. It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT. So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai?
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the Maid Cafe Sunfish Pocket.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
Damn! Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said, so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be. Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set. Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm not!
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied? I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking. I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei. That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible. In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me. The symbol of Nice, the non-Yapo X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-Yapo X.
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
As you know, this is the President's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes, the flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if NICE is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join NICE in it? I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades. We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what NICE believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof. I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans, do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes. I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wing Sync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry. I. Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
That's... a book of Nye's teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join NICE to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book. When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wink sink.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the NICE book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in!
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah! Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs? That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out. Is that...
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa, skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something. What is this thing? Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah, if we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. Maybe the black is referring to the Shadow Man from earlier?
You might be onto something there. That's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to black. Where the light gathers, then, must mean where the Shadow Man interacts with something?
Maybe, but the Shadow Man isn't lit up or anything.
Are they intersecting with anything? Oh, maybe where they're looking.
I see. Let's figure out what the Shadow Man was looking at. A small skull. There's nothing suspicious about it. A skull. It looks ordinary.
Is Tokiko into skulls?
Knowing her, I wouldn't be surprised if her house was filled with them. It's a skull. A little on the small side.
What can this mean?
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Gen?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go.
the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
Is this? It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
4 minutes remaining.
How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
I don't think this is right.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
Right. I remember Tokiko doing it with an O face and her legs wide open.
No, she didn't.
Nothing is happening.
Maybe this isn't anything.
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway, let's check the others.
No reaction.
Try doing it longer. Maybe the amount of time makes a difference.
Let's inspect the other things first. It lit up.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone. Huh? The light is gone.
Anyway,
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
no reaction.
Maybe we're doing it to the wrong thing.
Tama, hit the others with it!
I'm sorry, what did you say, N-Great?
Sorry. Could you please try it on the others, please? Nope, nothing is happening.
Maybe we do the hand signs.
Maybe. Do you trust my intuition?
Okay.
What are we doing wrong?
If we don't know, we should check the book again. Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. What does where the water and ideas flow mean?
This room is submerged, so maybe the water has a current to it. Kinda like those lazy rivers at water parks.
I've never been to one.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, I figure the water must be going somewhere.
So if we go with the flow, love will be born?
Well, it's the only hint we have. Let's figure out where the water goes.
Too bright!
It's silent. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that. It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death. Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nice. The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...
The Red Book. This book is closed. Reverse. A regular book cover.
I thought turning it around wouldn't do anything. And I was right. It was pointless.
Then don't make me do it! A closed. Open. There are two eyes. Ryuki, if you're stuck, why don't you read the first book again?
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
This. A big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be? And poke.
What was that sound?
Oh, my finger broke.
Huh? It broke? Just like that. Are you okay?
Oh, it's already fixed. Due to a mistake in my settings, my bones are as brittle as dry pasta.
You can set that, huh?
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes. How about this?
It's just a cover.
Nope. No. An eyeball.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
"30 seconds left.
An eyeball. And spin. I set the eyes to face each other. closed book. Open. There are two. Ryuki, if you're stuck.
Ryuki, you're out of time!
When the eyes are met, death is born. The eyes must be referring.
Maybe we need to point them at each.
And there was that red book, right? It looked important.
According to what we've learned so far, so the hint here has something to do with eyes.
If we get the eyes to meet, death will be created.
I wonder what'll happen. Let's check the.
It's almost time,
Huh? Already? Okay. So she does have a relationship with Shom.
Maybe what we heard earlier was
Love?
Look at that. It looks painful.
I have it. Follow it.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
An eyeball.
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an.
It's filled with.
Got it.
This should do it.
red book. Got it. So, did we make the eyes meet? A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that out too.
30 seconds left!
It's a new book of Nai's teachings. This time, it's closed. Huh? A mirror? What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
So you want me to dive in again?
Tama, go!
It's almost time.
I can't really make out what happened.
It was just
Maybe the key to solve.
I don't know.
I don't. Do you see any?
Seems a lot.
Let's dive.
What?
Yeah.
But it's what?
Enough. You don't even.
Fine.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I check?
When in
Huh?
Anyway,
Four minutes remaining. You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
It's a red. Got. A red.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
It's.
was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's... At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
That's...
Manipul X. There's something there.
Let's go.
You have less than a minute left. Hurry! "30 seconds left. Ryuki, you're out of time!
It's almost time.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I check?
When in Rome.
It lit up.
This world is...
Was that token?
It's
4 minutes remaining.
Got it.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
It's a new book.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful. You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
I'm going to open it. Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says Nirvana Initiative.
The Nirvana Initiative.
No good. There's too much blacked out.
Come on, isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait, try reading more of it.
Pewter, please.
Miss Shigure, I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room. I haven't seen her. She probably hasn't arrived at Abyss HQ yet. Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her. I guess we have no choice.
The Nirvana initiative. Is it some sort of plan? Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him? Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements. Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight? I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself. You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
What? What is that?
We already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
Why not? Come on, just a little bit. I know. I'll become a major leaguer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
In that Somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Anyway, let's talk to Gen and Shoma. Where are they now?
Well... I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving. I don't see Gen anywhere. He's probably at the restaurant after all.
Oh, wait. Look, over there.
That's...
You know them?
Oh, no, not really. I've just seen them around before.
Dressed kind of strangely, don't you think?
Maybe they're coming back from a cosplay event.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, do you have a minute?
You. None of your business. Nothing. I don't need to tell you anything. Ugh. You're beginning to annoy me. Would you please leave?
Annoy you?
Fine. Then I will take my leave instead. The day to take action is approaching, and I must stop the plan.
Stop what?
There she goes.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. Cosplay band, maybe?
I've never heard of a plan like that.
Then maybe it's a family plan. Whatever the case, I think it's clear that that woman isn't all there. Let's forget about it. More importantly...
On to the next place, huh?
Oh, Mame is here too.
Why are you here?
There's something I wanted to ask Gen.
And what would that be?
Well...
Maybe she lost 50,000 yen on pachinko slot machines.
This isn't boss we're talking about.
Well, it's better than having loose slots in other ways.
What other way?
No, you know.
No, I don't.
I'm not sure why, but she seems to be a bit down today. I'm sure she'll be back to her usual self eventually. Please let her be for now.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Hey, that's my thing!
Oh, it just ran out of battery.
You're watching too much porn.
Don't you have a softer way of saying that?
You're watching too much porn.
That's not what I meant.
Gen, do you know a woman named Tokiko Shigure?
Never heard that name before.
Really?
Yeah. Who is this Tokiko person?
The president of an ideological society called Nizet Laws, or NIZE.
Nice. You mean that secret society or whatever?
Yeah,
It actually exists? I thought it was just an urban legend.
I thought so too.
So what's that got to do with the case?
So I tried searching through Tokiko's memories using a certain device. While I was in there, I saw you.
I see. But I'm telling you, I don't know this person you're talking about. It could be someone else wearing the same mask.
That doesn't sound...
It's also possible that Tokiko knows Gen, but not the other way around. It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god. Don't drink them.
I know.
Is there anything you can tell me about the Nirvana initiative?
What is that? Is it some sort of plan?
I think so.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Hariyuki, there's something bothering me. Something is wrong with Amame.
Yeah, she doesn't seem very energetic today.
No, not that. Her heart rate jumped dramatically earlier. Right when she heard the words Tokiko and Nirvana Initiative.
What?
It's okay, it's okay. Everything will be fine.
What was that?
I don't know.
Mame, are you hiding something? Do you know Tokiko? Do you know something about the Nirvana initiative? Hey, Gen. There's something I want to ask Mame. How do you think I can get her to talk to me?
Let's see. Amame likes trivia, so maybe if you frame your question like a quiz?
A quiz. A quiz. Hey, Mame. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But what is the second highest mountain?
K2.
I wasn't asking you. A bat and a ball together cost 110 yen. The bat is 100 yen more expensive than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost? What kind of pan can you not cook with?
The answer is simple. Panties.
Oh, come on. The last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it? No good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Nope, that's wrong too. The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
No response.
I'm at a loss. Oh, I know. Maybe if you play that song.
What song?
One moment, please. I'll get it ready.
Late at night, I get a call from you. Satellites circle and fade from view. My voice wavers and my words fail me. So I'll sing. In the dark, the shadows settle in. Thanks, Genny. I think I feel a bit better.
That's good.
Looks like Amame is back to her usual self.
Yes, I'm doing prep work for tonight. I can't make the dishes in advance, so I have to start from scratch every day. It's doing all right. I can only do what I can to make my customers happy.
But you don't want Matsushita Diner to show you up, right?
Of course not. Did I say something like that before?
Yeah, I think you did.
I have fond memories of the warehouse district. I go there every morning and...
You always stop by there after stocking up at the market, right?
Do you go buy stock every morning?
Yes, since I can't store meat or fish in the freezer.
And the freezer in the back doesn't open anymore.
Why not?
I can't find the key.
The freezer is locked?
Yes, though I can still use the refrigerator, so I'm able to manage for now.
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
See?
You can't be serious.
I was going through a very painful time of my life. It was so bad that I didn't even want to go on. Then, Genny played that song from earlier.
You mean he wrote it?
Well, yes.
The title is The Flower That Blooms in Snow. He recorded it on a cassette and gave it to me as a present.
Is that?
It's a portable cassette player. Are you familiar with them?
This is my first time seeing one in person. That's a Volkman, right?
I always have the cassette player on me with the tape inside.
Wow, impressive. I didn't realize that not only are you a good cook, but you can write songs too.
This is a bit embarrassing.
I only know her name from the internet. I just love stories about the occult and conspiracy theories. And when I looked up Nyes, that name came up.
Then what about the Nirvana initiative?
I read about that on the internet too. It was on an occult news site. Supposedly, there's some sort of sinister plan by that name. But that's all that was written about it. Really, I'm telling the truth. Trust me.
We didn't get leads despite all that time we spent here. Neither of them had any information on Tokiko.
But if that's true, why was Gen in Tokiko's Somnium?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's investigate somewhere else for now.
Looks like Shoma isn't here.
Right.
So maybe he's at home.
I don't know. Anyway, no point in staying here. Unless you're planning on doing a ritual to summon UFOs.
Maybe another time.
Let's go somewhere else.
Shoma, the director of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori, was killed. Did you know about that?
Why are you asking me? Of course I know. A killer calling himself Terror did it. But he hasn't been caught yet.
That's why. I want you to help me. Help me uncover Terror's identity.
Ryuki, there's Moraemon inside the closet!
Yeah, okay.
It's a picture of a long, long time ago, when Amaterasu Omikami hid in the cave of Amano Iwato. The world was covered in darkness. Troubled, the gods had a meeting and decided to have Amano Uzume dance for them. And so, Uzume dropped her hips down low and danced her butt off, her breasts swinging this way and that. Then, the gods burst out into laughter. Amaterasu, who was hiding in the cave, said, "Huh? What's going on? Those people outside are partying it up! Man, I gotta get out there!" Amaterasu quietly opened the cave and peeked outside. She was then yanked out from hiding, and light returned to the world.
Uzume is kind of amazing.
Ah, a true soul of a comedian. This is why she's known as the goddess of entertainment and laughter. It says it's okay to fall off the horse. You're a saddle, after all. That's incredibly deep.
Is it?
I'd love to smack Ryuki's ass with that folding fan.
That's a wonderful dream to have. I hope it comes true for you someday.
It's Nana Rooster Doll. The kitchen is lewd, don't you think?
How?
Okay, question for you. What do you get when you change the D's in Diddy to T's?
Did he?
Oh, come on, say it! Hitatsu are kind of erotic, aren't they?
How so? So cute!
I'm cuter.
What are you getting jealous for?
Whew, this really takes me back. I remember playing with drawers when I was young. I would make stairs out of them and climb up.
Are you sure you're an AI?
Okay, question for you. What do you call an older woman who can't keep her hands off you?
A masseuse.
No, the answer is cougar.
What? Come on. What are you reading?
Probably porn.
It's a book about robotics.
Ha! You see?
That's not pornographic at all.
But think about it. All the pistons and the lubricants and the shafts.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Why? Why me? What?
Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure. I think you might know her. Then what about NICE? Tokiko is the president of NICE.
Why does that matter?
It matters. Terror is definitely related to the QR video. There's a high probability that the video was made by Tokiko, who's the president of NICE.
So what? Leave me alone. Please. I just want to be left alone. I had my phone turned off.
Why?
Because there was no reason to turn it on.
I heard you haven't been going to school. If you don't mind, could you tell me why?
I do mind, but can't you tell? I'm all alone, just like that Jin person.
Jin?
I read about it online. He had been sick for a long time. I don't know what his condition is called or whatever, but it was some sort of chronic disease. He was sick since he was young. Stayed in the hospital for a long time, didn't have any friends. According to the article, he took his classes from the hospital. I felt bad for him. One is lonely enough as it is, but he's only one half. I don't know much about that video. I barely even watched it. I only know about Bats 490.
That reminds me, you haven't told me the details of Bats 490 yet. The rumor is, people who decoded that video message have gone missing. But they all left behind the same clue. I've learned the secret of the world, but you haven't disappeared. Why?
Don't ask me. All I did was decrypt the code. I didn't go anywhere. The only thing I know for sure is that Bats 490 is an ARG. It's just a game. But the Nirvana trial, on the other hand...
Nirvana trial?
I'm sorry, but please don't ask about my dad. I don't want to be reminded of him. It's a video that's been going viral. It was uploaded to ViewCube first, and then it blew up from there. A bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Ryuki, I found the video. Do you want to see it?
No, I'll watch it later. This is more important right now. Just so I have the facts straight. This is completely different from the QR video and Bats 490, right?
I already told you, Bats 490 is just a game. No one really went missing, and it had nothing to do with the secret of the world. But the Nirvana trial is different. It's not just a game, it's real. There's something seriously messed up about it.
You've seen it?
No, I was too scared. But people are going missing, one after the other.
Tama, any information on these missing people?
There are about 90,000 people who go missing in Japan each year. That means, on average, about 1,730 people go missing each week. This week, there have been 1,880 missing persons reports filed. That's 150 more than the average, but I can't say whether that's related to the video or not.
Sorry, I need to go somewhere.
Wait, we're not done here.
You can keep the door unlocked. See ya.
I can't believe it. He actually left. What kind of person goes out and leaves a stranger in his home?
Nothing we can do. Looks like we'll have to get moving too.
Ryuki, you look tired. Are you okay?
After all that, we haven't made any progress at all. It takes a toll, knowing you've wasted your time on a case like this.
Why don't you rest for a bit?
I plan on it. That's why I came here. This place is always therapeutic for me.
Is that...
Leon.
What's he doing here?
Let's go find out.
Oh, it's you.
Wow. It's spreading out so vigorously.
Yeah?
What's with you? You're not fun today.
Really? I'm always like this.
That machine shed isn't used anymore. It used to regulate the fountain pump.
Yeah, and that's the video that everyone's talking about online, right? I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard of it. And I heard a bunch of people that watched it have gone missing. Though, who knows if that's all true. Supposedly, there's some complex hidden message in that video. Just like Bats 490. I don't know much else. I like this part. It's quiet, peaceful, serene.
I know the feeling.
It's the perfect place to be left alone with your thoughts.
I agree. But what were you thinking about?
Oh, I just got a request from someone. I agreed to do it on the spot, but now I'm not sure if it was the right choice. I've been wondering if I should have refused instead.
What was the request?
Can't tell you that. It's confidential. I was watching the sky.
The sky?
Yeah, like I told you. I've dreamed about being up in the sky since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a pirate.
You mean pilot?
Well, I don't know the situation exactly, but I understand what you're asking. You want to get inside that facility and take a look around. Maybe there's something there. Though I didn't see anything last time I was there. Oh well. I'll accept your request. So stop making that face, alright? Cheer up, please.
Facility?
I don't know.
By tonight, he must have meant today. The night of the 12th, right?
I would assume so. You did say he just got the request.
Who did it come from?
I can't tell.
Anyway, I'll be going now. Looks like you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to overdo it. See ya.
By the way, Ryuki, about the Nirvana trial.
Now that you bring it up, we haven't watched the video yet.
Wanna watch it?
Yeah, play it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please play it for me?
Very well. Hey... Ryuki? Are you okay?
What? It can't be. How? Why is it suddenly nighttime?
Don't you know? The Earth rotates toward the east, so...
What was I doing all this time?
You've been standing there? Like an NPC that froze up. Hey, what happened?
That's what I'd like to know. I watched that video and then I came to and now we're here. What time is it, Tama?
21:30.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
This is bad. We need to hurry.
Sheesh.
No.
It can't be.
This can't be happening. Daddy's job is to help someone very important. I assist and protect that person from harm. Yeah, Daddy's a professional. I won't ever let anything bad happen to them.
Looks like he's not the culprit.
Yeah, I think we can strike him off the list of suspects.
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200, so I let you through into this room. Then, her body. Yeah, that door is the only way in or out. I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, and I haven't seen her since. I'm not always in the president's office. I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly tight. There are security cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door. It's impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Ryuki, I checked the data on the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko, and no one left it either.
Of course not. Who'd put a security camera in their own room? Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nye's.
Very well. Please don't let anyone out of the building.
Got it.
How did this happen?
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
One thing is for sure. Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
I suspect the culprit's escape route and way in were the same. So, Ryuki, let's look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, let's investigate.
Before we begin, I want to point something out. The side with the window is the south. And the waterfall is to the north.
I know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you!
Okay. Why are you angry?
Just zip it and get working, alright?
The room is inorganic as a whole, so this really stands out.
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument, and she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words, it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
Yes, that's why I said Terror is probably the culprit. The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. That's when we were at Yoyagi Park. Looks like the statue is made of iron. This statue is iron too. As I mentioned before, there are no traces of blood in the room. Not on this desk, the walls, or the floor.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how? If you spin this around, a secret staircase from the floor
won't appear. Is this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb, there are traces of her having given birth.
What?
Though it wasn't recently. It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
Tokiko has a grown child?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
What's this?
They are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just for us. Who would do something like this?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's focus on the investigation. There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
This is probably an electromagnetic rail. It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond.
There's something embedded in the wall.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Maybe there's some way to move it.
The same kind of rail is over here, too.
It's even going toward the same direction.
A hidden passageway behind it?
Probably not. Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten. It's a material that blocks X-rays, so I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
There's something coming out of it.
It's an infrared laser. Normally it wouldn't be visible, even with thermo mode. But this place is full of water particles. Light hits the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the northeast. It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
An infrared laser is coming out of the statue, too. It's crossing with that other beam.
This one's shooting toward the southeast. What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It must have a heating wire or something embedded in it. All right, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. So, let's begin. The first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from this statue toward the pond.
Yeah,
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
it's made of iron, so maybe it's pulled with an electromagnet.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please... Yes, we have no other choice.
So, let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean, when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions, or I'll fire you.
this statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
All right, let's tilt this building somehow.
What?
Isn't it obvious? Objects move from high places to low places. If we make that statue's position higher, it'll naturally slide toward the pond.
Do you build an airport every time you need to go to the convenience store?
It's no good. Let's just give up.
Where's this coming from?
Well, there's this game I played a long time ago, and there was this part where you couldn't advance until you chose give up on the investigation.
And this is your best idea?
If you make the floor slippery, I'm sure it'll move on its own.
If that's your best idea, why don't I cover your whole body in lotion and drag you? Well, there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
Oh, right. We were still in rehearsal. I'm not supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter, right?
Even if I did, I would need to be able to move the frame.
That's not what I asked. Do you know the code or not? In fact, I need you to know the answer. If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss.
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
What? Telling me you don't know?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already! You quit screwing around!
You saw the non-equal X symbol using thermal mode, didn't you? And there were 16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape. You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer. Now, try again.